not even in this conversation because
All right, so who you want to compare? Because I got Jordan and LeBron numbers right here too.
yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that's what it was because I
No,
never
no, no,
did
we good.
because
Yeah, we
like I
good on that.
said, Kobe is the most swag modern day Jordan.
This is the conflict of sports. This your boy Baker. My boy Cole on vacation right now, so we got two guest speakers tonight, Lil Corey and my boy Young on the fucking track. So we're gonna get down to it tonight. We're pretty much gonna go over the finals, what we thought about it, if it was rigged, if you like it, if you didn't like it, if it was the easy route, and we're gonna also go over everybody in the group who they player of their century or their greatest player is, and we're gonna compare players and just keep it fun and simple. So I'm gonna start off by letting Lil Corey go ahead. Go ahead and plead your case. Tell us why we here, my man.
I mean, I got the invite because I know on Facebook I've been posting a lot, but I'm gonna start off by saying
A lot.
I'm a Laker fan, and Kobe is my favorite player, and it's nothing against LeBron because at the end of the day, he brought another championship trophy to my team, so I applaud that. I just remember a lot of Bron fans wasn't Lakers fans or Kobe fans, and now they, kind of on our ship. But that's another story. And I mean, I ain't gonna talk about Kobe being a GOAT or Kobe being in this conversation because I never did the research with Kobe because Kobe really is more similar to Jordan than any player ever. That's why I say he the more swagged out modern day Jordan. Like LeBron is the more swagged out modern day Magic, which is not a bad comparison because Magic
It's
is
not.
considered
That's
the
right.
greatest, to me, the greatest point guard ever. But we got to see what Curry, got shaking and cooking. What he gonna do at the end of his career? But when people say GOAT, they say Bron because of the stats. But you gotta take in content. You can't really say stats prove who's better because they got some people feel like rings and championships and jury plays a big fact, and they got some people think achievements and accolades play a big, factor
But
with.
how you feel though? Where you stand on that
I
on
feel
that
like
category?
is everything put together. It comes with the accomplishments, longevity, winning, statistics, and really just from a basketball standpoint of sitting back and watching, like the eye test, like just really just watching each player play. Now, I'm gonna start with the accomplishments first. I don't know if I'm gonna be long, but all right.
Nah, run them.
Jordan played 15 seasons. You could say really 13 because his rookie year he didn't play until the end of the season and led them to the playoffs as an A seed, even though he ain't played a whole season. And Brian played 17. So when you put their numbers together, career-wise, Brian gonna have better numbers because he played longer, which automatically, like I said, longevity is in the conversation of who's the GOAT. So I get that check to Brian with the longevity. But when you put their accomplishments together, Jordan got 5 MVPs, Brian got 4. Jordan got 6 Finals MVPs. Jordan got 6, Brian got 4 Final MVPs. Scoring titles, Jordan got 10, Brian only got 1. NBA defensive first team, or I think it's NBA defensive.
You talking about all defense?
Yeah, all defensive first team. Jordan got 9,
Mm-hmm.
Brian got 6.
Mm-hmm.
All-star teams, Brian got 16, or no, he got 17, I think. No,
It's probably I don't know if this year was 17 or 6, but it's 16, 17. I want to say 16. That's what I got too.
he got 16, Jordan got 14. Defensive player of the year, Jordan got 1, Brian don't have none. Nah, a lot of people say, oh, LeBron came out of high school, Jordan came in college. Well, in college, Jordan got 2 All-Americans, and he got College Player of the Year. So with the accomplishments, I get that to Jordan because he got more.
Mm-hmm.
And longevity,
Okay.
I give it to Brian. But keep in mind, Jordan played 9 seasons, all 82 games. And he played, I forgot how many 80 games, but 9 seasons he played all 82 games, while Bron only played 1 season, all 82 games. Now,
I'm
I
with
don't know why, because Bron normally don't get hurt, but if you're not hurt, you know why you're not playing, which at the end of the day, I still give it to Bron because he played 17 seasons and he ain't miss a beat. That motherfucker's still going. Now, like I said, you got 5 key points, then you go to winning. Like we all know, Jordan got 6. He's 6-0. I'm not even gonna say 6-0. He got 6. Bron got 4. And a lot of people like to put in fact, oh, Bron made it to the finals this many times, but who care about who the loser is in the finals? Because not to get off subject, Jim
All
Kelly,
right.
he went to the Super Bowl 4 times and he 0-4. And he ain't considered.
That bitch they never.
He ain't even in the top conversation of quarterbacks.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you now. I don't know if they overlook Cat, but I know who that is, bitch, and I rock that boy jersey. Because at the end of the day, if I go look at film, I can tell you somebody was dropping some passes.
You know why you rock the jersey? Because it's swagged out in the colors. But
yeah, but as Kelly,
we
though,
all
that made
know
4
a lot
times.
of people.
That big crack, though.
Don't know who. If I say that ball name, they gonna be like who? But if I say
I know that ball.
Brady or Terry Bradshaw, they gonna be, oh, he played quarterback.
Yeah.
But him, no. So
man, I think I need to go look for that ball jersey. That's something nice right there.
Yeah, the color's nice. I don't know about the name.
No, hey, but to make it there something. But he beat somebody to get there. I don't care who he beat. He had to beat somebody to get.
Hey, but dude, he got that on his finger for that year he went. So, all right. Finals record. Jordan is 24-11. His first team he played in the finals was the Lakers. Even though they was old, they still had magic and whatsoever. He beat them 4-1.
Team ball.
Yeah.
There wasn't no age on them ball. Dog them ball.
Jordan beat them 4-1. And Lakers was the 3rd seed that year in the West. Next time, Jordan, second one was he won 4-2 against Portland. They was the number 1 seed. A lot of people think Portland went good, but them ball had Clyde and all them ball. And the ball's the number 1 seed. Yeah, in the West. That's when the West was hot too. Then they beat the Suns 4-2 with Charles Barkley. The Suns was the number 1 seed that year in the finals.
Oh, but that ball choke all the time, though. You can't. Charles nice, but that bitch choke all the fucking. Him and Kelly the same person.
Hey, they're the number 1
seed. No, just fuck that. Him and Kelly. If you're gonna dog Kelly, you're gonna dog Barkley. You can't dog one without. It's the same. It's the same ship.
Who beat him?
It's the same ship.
Who beat him though?
Jordan. How many rings, Charles? Put your fingers up like you did for Kelly.
But no, listen. We not talking about Charles, cause the man we talking about.
You didn't do that to me.
But listen though, the man we talking about that's the badass is
look Charles right now. Look Charles.
Yeah, cause of who though?
It don't matter who.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. So let me finish. He played
Kelly made it there. And Charles didn't make it there.
They beat the Sonics 4-2. The Sonics was the number 1 seed in the West too that year when they beat the Sonics. Then the 2 times he played the Jazz, he beat them 4-2. There's the number 1 seed both times in them finals too. Now we're gonna go to LeBron. LeBron final record, he 22-33. He improved it because he was 18-31 or some shit like that. 20, that's still under 50%.
Yeah, but all right, but when you run these numbers, not to cut you off, when you run these numbers, playing the fact that the number 1 seeds he knocked off and they went number 1 seed.
Look.
All right, run it. I'm done.
Cause there's a lot. It's 9 of them.
That been knocked off a lot of ones, man.
But look, 0-4, he lost to the Spurs. The Spurs is the number 3 seed. Now he played bad. That was his first finals, but that's another story.
Now,
Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe first finals, he played like he was supposed to be there, and he was a key part to why they won, even though he had Shaq. But rest in peace.
Ain't nobody was stopping that big boy.
Now look,
get that big boy to anybody nice with a prime. You gotta throw the ball to him and just let him bang. He giving you 35 in the
his second finals appearance, 4-1, he beat the Thunders. The Thunders was the number 2 seed.
That's when
James Westbrook and the random. You know, his third finals appearance, he won 4 games to 3. against the Spurs. The Spurs are number 2 seed. Now, I'm not gonna say how he won because everybody won a certain way. I'm just naming them down the list.
No, yeah, just run. Yeah, I don't care about none of that.
The
A win
fourth,
is a
the
win.
fourth one, the fourth one, he lost 4-1 against the Spurs. They was the number 1 seed. The fifth one, he lost to Golden State 4-2. They was the number 1 seed.
Mm-hmm.
The
That's
third,
that
the
year Kevin
fifth,
Love that got hurt, huh?
mm-hmm.
That's that year Kevin Love shoulder. Mm-hmm.
Then when they went 7 games, Golden State was number 1. They won 4-3. Then they lost 4-1. Golden State was number 1. Then they lost 4-0. Golden State was number 2, and he beat the Heat. Congratulations, 4-2. The Heat was number 5.
Oh, what that is you got in that ball?
Now look,
Slow down, daddy.
now look. He got swept twice,
Yeah, yeah.
and he lost. He lost 4-1, 2 times 2.
Okay,
Again, I'm gonna go to some facts.
go
There's a
ahead.
lot
Run
of
it.
people, they like to say, "Oh, Golden State, the Jordan never faced that type of team." When you add up Bron Finals opponents, is the win percentage is 60.8 wins.
Mm-hmm.
When you add up Jordan Finals opponents, their win percentage is 61.2. So I say that's even. I'm not gonna say one win
Yeah,
is great. That's even to me.
that's
So
pretty decent. Yeah.
and who faced the tougher, that's out the question. Now, when people go to with Jordan, he got beat too many times in the first round, this and that. But you're not understanding, he was facing them same teams Bron faced in the finals when he lost to. He was facing that in the East when he was playing. The Celtics, the Knicks, the Pistons, and all them teams that he was facing, they was gonna win it whenever he was losing to them ball.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can't really say what comp was tougher because it was kind of even. It's just that the only because not Jordan, LeBron finals, he was favored in all of them except for 3. The first one, and the 2 with Durant on the Warriors. But to me, the rest, he was supposed to win that. So he got 3 more that he lost that he was supposed to win. So I can still
Which three that is you're naming
say,
though?
huh?
Which 3 that is you're naming though? Be specific. The
The
3 that you saying he's supposed to win. Which ones he was supposed to win? You talking about that first year of Miami when Dallas hit him?
and the one with the Spurs when they lost 4-1.
That was the one the Spurs beat them first, or after they came back and beat the Spurs? Oh,
After they came back and
they
beat the
came
Spurs.
back.
Yeah, then the Spurs beat them 4-1.
Yeah. I remember that one. It did. All right. And then what's the third one with Golden State?
Yes.
The one before Durant or with Durant? Because
No,
they're 2 different teams.
the one before.
The one with Kevin Love
with
was hurt.
Durant, he was supposed to lose those 2.
You talking about the one with Kevin Durant? I mean, when Kevin Love was hurt?
Yeah.
He needed that ball because I don't care what nobody say. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't fuck with Kevin Love.
Listen,
but to have that puzzle piece, that's like them playing without Chris Bosh. Like, I really don't fuck with Chris Bosh out there, but they needed that ball.
I'm gonna give him 2 against the Warriors and the 1 against the Spurs. I'm gonna take that off. He still got 3 final losses.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Like how I look at it, and a lot of people like to throw in the Warriors, this and that, but the Warriors was like the juggernaut team of this era. Because it was the ones winning, and they ain't never 3-peated. And it's like
we stopped that.
Brian is 1-4 against that team. And Jordan team, which was the team everybody wanted to beat, who had a target on their back every year, was 6-0 in the finals. Once Jordan made it to the mountaintop, he ain't lose. So like, you gotta throw in the rings with the debate if you're gonna say the stats, which I'm gonna get to because it's gonna be interesting with the stats.
I got them stats too, but you're not gonna do me.
Now when you go to their stats though, you can't really compare the stats.
Why not?
Because stats, you gotta think from a context point of view. Stats is really LeBron gonna have the better stats because he played longer.
We can take 3 years off.
If you take 3 years off, it's close. Now listen.
It's still one-sided. Because I didn't took that into consideration.
If you look at per game stats, per game stats, not stats, but per game stats. Points,
Mm-hmm.
Jordan averaged 30, LeBron 27.
27.
Assists, Jordan 5.3,
Mm-hmm.
LeBron 7.4.
Mm-hmm.
Rebounds, Jordan 6.2, LeBron
Mm-hmm.
7.4.
Mm-hmm.
Steals, Jordan 2.3, LeBron 1.6.
Mm-hmm.
Blocks, Jordan is
They
0.83.
even.
LeBron is I got 0.76.
I got 0.8 for both of them on blocks, so I cancel that one out. I
All
got
right.
0.8 for both, but all the other numbers match though.
Field goal is 49.7 for Jordan, 50.4 for Brian. Free throw 83.5 for Jordan, 73.5 for Brian.
That bitch is a
Turnovers
dog at the free throw line.
2.7 for Jordan, 3.5 for Brian. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when you look at all them stats, Jordan lead
Mm-hmm.
them in. I'm gonna say 4 since you say the blocks is even.
It's 4-3.
It's 4 and
No,
3.
it's 4-4. I'm sorry, it's 4-4. Because the
All right.
points you gotta consider. So that's even. That cancel
Now,
out.
now when you look at analytics, player efficiency rate, Jordan led the
Oh, I
league
got that
7
done.
times. I don't know if you went check that.
I
That's
got
all.
that.
Jordan led the league 7 times. LeBron only 6. The top
All right, now
3.
let me pause you. Hold on, let me pause you right there. But if you look at the average on that rate that you just gave me, Jordan is 28.6, LeBron 28.4. So that's still, if you take off the point, that's 28, that even out. So
I
you
mean,
can't even one side that.
I
No, I
got
lie.
Jordan
If you round it up, Jordan
running up
29, he
higher because
28.
I got Jordan first in regular season player efficiency rate and Brian is second behind him.
That's
And
what I'm saying. If you round it up, Jordan up by 1. Because you
and if
put
and
up to the
and,
nearest number. So 29, 28.
and in playoffs, I got Jordan 28.6 and Brian is third 28.3. Now, when you look at I don't know win shares
Mm-hmm.
through 48 regular season minutes, Jordan first and Brian is 6. In the playoffs, win shares through 48 minutes, Jordan first, LeBron is third. So, because a
But you
lot of
going, hold on, wait. So you just went from rating them off a list off of who was the best in that time, off of top 10, versus going head to head like we're going. If you go head to head, the win shares, LeBron 55.3, Jordan 39.8. That's head to head. If you want to go head to head like we're doing. So if you go head to head, the win shares, LeBron smashing them on that. Jordan just 39.8. LeBron 55.3. Now you're doing a top 10 list. I ain't got that because I thought we was going head to head. But head to head, LeBron smashing them. LeBron pretty
I
much
did that
damn near over
because
50%.
they played in 2 different eras, and
You
I
can't
can't.
do that. We're going head to head right now. If we go now, we do error, then we can pull them numbers up and redo it all again. But we head to head right now. Don't give me head to head on one category and then come with a top 10.
Now I don't know if you did box plus minus. Yeah, fuck with that.
Yeah, I got that. I got all that.
And
Jordan 11.1, LeBron 10.2. I got that right here. 11-1, so that's 1 point.
well,
That's
yeah,
one
you
up
running it
again.
off. You running it off. That's in the
No,
playoffs.
no. It's 11.1. I say he 11 and
That's in the
10.2.
playoffs. In the
Yeah, that's
playoffs.
playoff. Regular
See,
season?
Jordan first and Brian second too.
No. Oh yeah, but LeBron first. LeBron got 236.4. Jordan got 214. And and if you want to take off some years, because you can take off 3 years, because LeBron got what a minute said. I got the minutes or something like LeBron like got 200 something more minutes than him or some shit or 200 something. So you can still take that off.
That's why that go with longevity though. That's why I say
Yeah, and then on the shit with that for Jordan to have them numbers and
like I
still
said,
retire and come back.
like I said, 17 seasons of doing what you're doing. That's amazing. But all right.
And you can't fault that man for staying healthy and playing.
Oh no,
You know what
I'm
I'm
not
saying?
saying that.
But you never
But
said that, so
if I'm
I'm with that.
if I'm Barry Sanders and you Emmitt Smith, hey, I still got an argument who better.
You're right. You're right. That
All
bitch
right.
was a dog
Now,
too.
the value over replacement player. Jordan got 6 of the 9 most greatest seasons for a player.
But what's the average? That's a tie.
Regular season and playoffs, Jordan is first and LeBron second.
Well, player efficiency rate, Jordan 27.9, LeBron 27.5. You round that up, that's 28, 28.
I say value of replacement player. I did
You want
all
to take the years off or you want to keep the years on? Because with that, Jordan 116.1, LeBron 133.7. So LeBron won that. If you said the longevity don't matter, that's a smash right there too.
but that's why I
So you
see
just went from a tie to a smash,
That's
and then
why
over here in the playoffs, you went from an even to a smash because it was 55.3 for the win share, 39. So that's that's 3 categories right there. LeBron smashing them on because you just said the longevity don't matter. You can't fault him for that. So that's all in favor of LeBron. The only thing Jordan winning on that is the box minus
and the
usage. And the usage, you can say that's because Jordan played more minutes. Like you see, he had the 9, but shit, even with that, it's 33% on the usage and LeBron 31. So even with him taking the rest, he still put.
And analytics, but everything was even on the per game stats. That's where it was even at. But on the other ones, it's either 1 or 2.
I see why. I didn't even know all this. I see why niggas don't want to go number for number with LeBron versus Jordan, because if they bring up the numbers, the only thing they can see is the 6 rings. That's really smashing them. You look at all the other fucking stats on here. I'm starting to wonder why they don't ever bring the stats if they don't want to know. That's why the niggas smashing them in every fucking category damn near.
No, because you got to look at it.
What you mean? No, look at the numbers.
Look, the same way Bron dominated in the playoffs and in the finals when he played, but the only difference is Bron took L's in the finals when Jordan did the same exact thing, because Jordan numbers in the finals is the same like Bron ones.
All right, so you going? All right, so we go finals number. No, look, not to cut you off. We go final numbers. Yeah, Jordan got 6 rings, right? But you look at it. If that man's still playing for the next 4 years, and let's just say I want to jinx my team or my player, however you want to do me. No, yeah, if LeBron plays for 4 more years and he get 2 more rings, fuck. If the rings count, that means he's gonna have 6 rings. I give him 5 MVPs. I say Anthony Davis gonna start taking over MVP because he's gonna start really relaxing and just doing this thing as point guard. So I'm gonna say, so right now Jordan got 6 championships, 5 MVPs.
Do the rings count or do they?
No, that's what I'm doing now. I'm giving it to you now. I'm giving you now.
Is everything mixed together?
Oh, look, let me give you these numbers and let me run it. Jordan got 6 rings, right? LeBron got 4. Jordan got 5 MVPs, season MVPs. LeBron got 4. That's why I didn't give that man that MVP this year. Finals MVPs, of course, he got 6. LeBron got 4. All NBA. LeBron got 16 All NBA. Jordan got 11. All defense. Jordan defense is way better.
When you do LeBron plays seasons. Jordan.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm just running the numbers to you. The longevity don't matter. We already established that. I'm just giving you what they got on the stat paper. As far as defense, we know Jordan was a more lockdown defender on what he was guarding. Now, if you say, as far as putting Jordan in the situation LeBron was in and having the pick and roll switch, they would dominate Jordan. But hear me out. LeBron can stick all 5 positions. You didn't prove, he proven that.
Can I?
But now, as far as like a big man like a Dirk, he can't stick no Dirk.
Can I buzz with that? Because
run it.
I like to say that Bron could guard all 5 positions just because he's tall. And some moments he guarded Derrick Rose or Tony Parker whenever they played the Spurs. But you can look this up too. The numbers is the percentage.
Boy, locked down, boy. You see what he did?
Oh, listen. The percentage of
stop scoring, boy.
The percentage of Bron guarding the team. The percentage of Bron guarding the team, number 1, like the point guard or the center, is 5%. So we seen moments when Bron did it, but he's not a very good, like, efficient defensive player to where he just locked down the opposing team.
No. I'm not saying that. No. I'm definitely not. I'm saying you can put him on them and it's going to affect their game. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that they're not going to score at all.
I feel like Giannis is really a player that could guard all 5 because for a whole game, Giannis can guard the centers that's in the NBA. I don't feel like
because definitely. So, now I see LeBron really can't guard Giannis, but if you take away that lane, Yeah, you really shut Giannis down because he ain't got no mid-range shoot. Once he
Now,
find that, that man gonna be that man gonna be dangerous if he get the right person to
now,
teach him that.
now another thing too. This goes in with stats. Game score, single games, like who had the best games out of 100 games. Jordan got 19 of them out of 100. So that means
Got that.
one of every 5 games that been played for years, Jordan belonged to, I forgot how much the percentage is. Yeah, 1 to 5 games, he got the best percentage, got the best game out of every 1 to 5 games that been played since he retired and since before he retired. I forgot when they started calculating that. Because the highest one is the 69-point game that he had.
Yeah, I remember that one.
He had
I
69
don't
and
actually remember that one, but I remember that
69 and 18 rebounds. Bron only got 3.
one. Mm-hmm.
Because I'm just saying with stats, because a lot of people say that because the numbers, all right?
The numbers do matter, but that's the
Like,
one thing I hate when people say the numbers don't matter
the
because
numbers
they
do
do
matter.
matter.
This
They
why
matter.
this why the numbers matter to me. If Robert Horry or Derek Fisher was in this conversation.
Right.
But when you got great players that put up similar numbers, it's even. That's why you could throw Kobe in there because he got the numbers too. So you gotta fall
definitely.
down the whole list into the resume of a player. Now, I'm gonna get to that at the end. Now, because my thing, if you got one game like to save your life or something, you gonna want Bron or Jordan playing that game.
What you mean say running back?
If you got
If
one
you got
game to save your life, you gotta win that game. You gonna want Bron or
it depends on what roster you give me. Because they got some rosters Jordan was on. Now listen to just hear me out. They got some rosters that Jordan was on. I would rather him pass the ball because I know everybody gonna collapse on him because they think he got the ball. And they got some games to where you can't double team nobody on there. You got a one-on-one Jordan because if I pass it to this person, they gonna hit. If I pass it to this person in the paint, he gonna hit. And that's the same thing with LeBron. Sometimes you can double team him, sometimes you can't. So you can't give me that and not let me pick what team they was on because they both had multiple rosters that people overlook. That man just didn't start winning championship with Rodman. You know what I'm saying? That been running down the floor passing to a man with goggles on.
I'm gonna say this to answer your question. If I gotta pick between the two, Jordan in his prime, LeBron in his prime, to save my life, I'm gonna go with Jordan.
I'm going with Jordan. Prime?
Because LeBron in his prime, jump shot wasn't enough.
Yep.
Jordan, all around.
That bitch will fade away on your ass in an instant.
Because Bron in his prime to me is when he played in Miami.
When he played in Miami.
And when he played in Miami, the Mavericks and the Spurs beat him by forcing him
to shoot.
So, but I'm gonna get him, to that point later. But when you look at they stats per, because they play 2 different positions. So when you look at it compared to their position, in points, Jordan first. In assists, he fourth. He third in rebounds. He third in steals. He third in blocks. He's ninth in field goal percentage, and a 34th in.
His field goal percentage is gonna be low like that because he's a shooter.
But
you know what I'm saying? So that I don't even count that one though, because he's gonna pull the trigger.
Yeah, but now look, LeBron one is nice too. He's second in points. He first in assists. That's why I say with everything, to me, he just a better passer when you think of basketball wise. Because a lot of people like to say Bron is overall better player ever. No,
I think they're going more so on everything he brings to the table. Because you can take out your point guard and put in point guard and put in a number. You can put a 4 in that's just as good as him, but not as good, and he still run the point. You can pull your center out and put him in at 5 for about a minute and a half. Let your center rest. So that's what we're talking about when we say that. We're not saying like this nigga is like Mount Rushmore on the head of that.
We're not the fans that I be talking to on Facebook when they be
but
saying
we need to tag these niggas because they making me look bad, cut. That's why I'm asking you, tag them. Tag them. Next time you go in there, you tag them, but I want to go toe-to-toe because I'm, like I said, I'm realistic. They're saying that you can't drive me about my Saints. You can't drive. I'm going to tell you, we kick a field goal first, we lost the game. I turn the TV off, I go outside and do something. Like I'm realistic with it. I don't be die
LeBron,
hard like.
he 12th and he 12th in rebounds at his position, 9th. Well, you got all that. You know all that.
No, but running through the people don't know. Because
But
I don't want to repeat the same thing twice. Run the number
right.
some.
He 12th in rebounds. He 9th in steals. He's 17 in blocks. He's 17 in field goal percentage, and he's 107 in free throw. Now, you mean to tell me Brian being that much taller, well, 3 inches, but it is a lot, and that much heavier?
What's Brian, 6'8" or 6'9"?
He's 6'9", man. Brian's 6'9". You could say 6'9".
That been rounded up. You know them boys getting in trouble for that. They've been like 6'2", they've been 5'3".
But like with that, in all them categories against his position, look what he ranked compared to what Jordan is in his position. So you got to throw that into factor when you say, oh, who's the better all-around player? Because damn near in every category at Jordan's position, he is top 10.
That's because he played Jordan, that position, though.
And Jordan,
LeBron numbers everywhere because you could throw him anywhere on the floor. That's why it's so. That's why we say it's like this. It's not. It ain't like this, but I tilt it up a little bit because, like I said,
Jordan was small like that, and Jordan got more blocks. And I mean, the steals, he got more than LeBron, but that's the position that he played. But he got more blocks. No way.
That bitch is nice.
There's no way. Now, like I said, the last thing, because the stats, you could say is even with them.
Right.
Because both did what they had to do. Now, when you look at from a basketball point of view, this way it get to where the bottom line, who you know is clear-cut better. The eye test, like, but a lot of Bron fans, like I said, they use that, oh, he do everything, so that's why he better. But LeBron, I mean, of course he bigger, he faster, and he's stronger, but this not track, you know, we talking about basketball. Like, when you watch Jordan play, what flaw do you see in Jordan game though? And I only know one, and I'm gonna get on that one after you tell me what flaw you feel like Jordan had in this game. Because y'all watch. I say
the one thing,
classics and shit.
Yeah, the one thing I can say that I seen with Jordan from the beginning to the end was at the beginning he was not coached. He was more so of just do your thing.
That's how
I remember that. But see, when Phil got there, and he ain't like Phil at the beginning. He ain't fuck with Phil. But with your boy, the one that was trying to trade Pippen, that whatever the GM, that bit wasn't having. He's as the coach. Like it is what it is. And then back then loyalty was so strong within teams. Jordan wasn't about to go play for another team. So he you know what, I'm gonna just do my thing and see how it go. And it worked out. So the flaw that I say Jordan had from the beginning was he was like pretty much a young Kobe. I'm not passing the fucking ball. I'm getting 35, 40.
But listen, is there really a flaw when it comes to
to me that's a flaw because he ain't trusting his teammates.
No, but because he's the player. If I need this done, I'ma do it. LeBron.
And I say all that to say this: once he figured out I can draw you to me and pass it. That's when you got Kerr hitting that shot. That's when you got Pippen probably a couple times hitting like that helped.
Anybody could be that type of player and draw attention and just kick it out to a person.
I'm not about to put 4 people on J.R. Smith.
No.
We're going to let him shoot. No, I'm just saying you said any player.
You see the jerseys that you got on top of you?
Oh, and that's the only ones I got. Oh, look, I got one more too. I got one more.
But I'm talking about those type of players.
Oh, for them? Now run your question back again. For them?
They could always get, like, I'm going to jump to this. That game 5, whenever Lakers played the Heat. The whole game, LeBron shooting from far from 3, he shooting mid-range, he doing this thing, he's scoring 40. But and a lot of people say that was the right basketball play, but when you look at it, anybody know if that was Kobe or Jordan in that situation, they would have, not saying that they didn't have moments where they didn't pass it, but their offensive movement they would have done on that play would have been an ISO and create space to get off my shot, and if my shot not there, then I pass it. LeBron called for a pick, which forced the double to come to him, and the double team man was Duncan Robinson. The man who talked about the whole finals. You could Pull that play up.
No, yeah, it's in my head. I got something for
I'm
you.
for the
Keep
people
going.
that's gonna watch. That's gonna watch. He was the
I
double
got something for
man.
you.
He came double. LeBron drove to the goal where he was coming from the double, knowing that he was gonna draw him to him, and the man that he was guarding was gonna be open, and he passed it. So
Now let me
that's
ask
what
you a
you gotta.
question.
And let me just say
Go
this.
ahead. I'm
Hey,
bad with that.
he got basketball IQ, but if he had basketball IQ, the best thing would have been to create a shot for yourself, not be one dimensional and just let me get my man open, because that's a basketball play. Create a shot to get him open, not just run a certain type of play knowing that they're gonna do this and throw it to him, and when he missed, oh, Danny Green, this and that, blah blah. For one, Danny Green is a corner 3-point shooter, and for two, that pass he had to
Don't
dribble the
matter
ball
what the
to
fact.
shoot it.
That boy still had about 6 seconds left to gather that step and a gap.
But
That's a routine shot, boy.
That's
For
Danny
somebody
Green.
of that caliber, you're a professional. I don't give a fuck if I throw it and you grab it with the tip of your feet. You had 6 seconds, boy.
That's Danny Green.
Man, that I know. That bitch supposed to pop.
What Dennis Rodman and Ron Artest said?
I
We
ain't
know
catch.
who's gonna take. We know who's gonna take the last shot. Get
All
out
right,
his
but
way.
hold on, wait. Let me
If
answer
he
your
pass
question.
it, if
Let
he
me just
pass
answer
it,
your question.
you better hit that motherfucker.
Let me answer your question before you jump to the, because you're gonna jump and I'm gonna forget. So you watched that series game for game, or you just caught some games?
Which one?
I'm just saying, did you catch the whole series, or you caught some games? Like, did you watch game 1 to game 6? You watch all 6 games?
I think I never watched. I ain't watched game 3 and game 2.
All right, so let me put you on game. That was the best play for that situation, because if you watch the officiating in that game, they could have easily called a charge and not give him the shot. So
Yeah,
that
I
would
heard
have gave the
about it.
stuff. So as far as him doing that, he know if I go up and this bitch plant his feet, that's game. I ain't gonna never hit the end of it. That's game. Now we got a game 7. So I'm gonna draw everybody to me. That way, if it is there any way to get a call, nobody on nobody else. Because he could have passed it to Pope. I think Pope was in the game, huh?
But Chris.
Everybody on the 3-point line was open. So I'm gonna pass it to my 3-point specialist. If I go up with it and this
Not
bitch
at the
plant
top
his
of the
feet.
key.
No, listen.
Not
Just
Danny
listen
Green
to me.
at the top. In the corner, he gonna hit that motherfucker.
Listen
In
to
the
me.
corner, not the top.
No, but listen to me. He shouldn't have been up there. I don't know what the fuck he was running. I don't know if they got mixed up.
Because
But
he called for the pick. Danny Green just said the pick.
at the same time though, if you watch the series, to me, that's my opinion, it was better to pass it. Now, was it the right person to pass it to? Danny didn't hit some fire ass shot. We didn't bring him there just because that's Danny. We know he's capable of hitting those shots. He had to hit sometime. The bitch was missing all season. He got they're like J.R. Smith. You're gonna get 0 threes. Sometimes you're gonna get 8 from the bitch. That wasn't Danny Knight. That wasn't that. But if you watch it, all they had to do was plant their feet and LeBron go up. That's an easy call, charging.
Now when you say that, 2 possessions before that, didn't Bron drive to the goal and get an and-1 and a layup?
But it wasn't 6 seconds, 6, 7 seconds on the clock. Game on the line.
That shine away.
I'm gonna say this. Well, give Kobe and MJ. Just to let you know, my player is LeBron. I'm a LeBron fan since Cleveland. When he left Cleveland, I was on a plane too.
Man, I was on the same plane, bitch.
I was in the gym too when he did the interview. I was in the back holding his bag. I was there. So everywhere he left, I left. My house stayed on the market in Cleveland. Nobody bought it.
And you went back?
And I went back. But we'll give the slighter edge to say GOAT status for Kobe and MJ over LeBron, because when they come down to the finals, no matter what, I don't care if they got 3 people on them, 4 people. They know that they own the league. Everybody know that Michael Jordan owned the league when he was in there. So you know that I'm going to take the last shot. I'm not passing it to nobody because this is my league. So you either block it or you foul me. But I'm going to have the ball.
And I was going to get to that.
Yeah. Same thing with Kobe. The same thing with Kobe. I'm going to the goal or I'm shooting. 3 people over there. I forget what game that was. He had 3 people in his face in the corner doing the fadeaway. And he hit that bitch.
He got it blocked too, though. He got it blocked
No,
sometimes.
you got it right. You did.
But there
matter
was no
what, though.
finals, though. There was no finals.
But now look,
in the league, I'm owning the finals. Y'all got a man wide open, but that's not what I'm setting a legacy for. Y'all gonna remember me as a GOAT. So this is what I'm doing.
Chris.
Now, go back to what you said for the basketball IQ. Now, when Bron shot basketball, the IQ thing, of course, he probably set the play up. It wouldn't surprise me. I'm gonna draw them to them because I know they're gonna come to me. Bron not made. His DNA is not even built to seal out games, close out games. That's not him. You want it to be him. I want it to be him. That's one dislike I got about him. Because you own the league, you dominant. It's not like you can't shoot three. You got one of the best three-point shooting averages. It's not like you can't go to the hole, whether they call a foul or don't call a foul. That's your league.
So free throw. So if he get fouled, he might miss the free throw.
Might miss it.
Oh, that bitch, he
might
one
miss it.
for
But
one.
guess
He
what?
gonna hit two of them.
I rather him take the chance of missing a shot for him having the last shot than pass the ball, dish the ball. Like
Hey, if he would have hit that shot that game, man, that would have sealed a lot of stuff.
It would have shut down a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it would have.
It would have shut down a lot of stuff.
And one. If he would have and one that bitch, he went to the line and shot the third one. It definitely would have been like, what else we gonna talk about?
Not even and one. If he would have ISO in mid range and shot it and made it, that would have iced everything. Cause he wouldn't even have to prove. You. Cause he's still there. But at the end of the day, it's just, man, I don't know. It's hard to not say that Jordan is the better player because when you, like I said, when you watch him too, like you said, Jordan only flaw because we got off of that. You say his only flaw was not trusting his teammates. I mean, you could say that's a flaw, but Jordan was
trust heavy though, cut.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say I wouldn't count it as a flaw because if he wouldn't coach that way to trust his teammates, when he got in the league, then how can you put that on him? That's a flaw. That's something he got to grow into.
And he did grow into it.
He did. He did.
Phil was like, bitch, we're gonna run this triangle.
Yeah.
If you ain't gonna run this triangle, bitch, that triangle a fool too.
Was in his when he played Jordan, because you could say if he'll play now, he'll do the same thing, but we don't know. But when he played, Jordan was the best offensive player. He was arguably the best defensive player because he guarded your best player. He had the best mid range. He could have finished. Post moves for a shooting guard was to T with the footwork and everything. He was clutch, competitor, high work ethic, and he was the greatest winner. Because you could say Bill Russell, but when Bill Russell played, because he got more rings, because like I said, it's not about rings. Bill Russell played in an era where the next center was probably like 6'3", and it was a white dude.
But at the same time, you can't get mad at me because I'm a foot taller. That's like with track. You can't get mad at Usain Bolt for running the faster time, bitch. That's just DNA. Hate your mama, ho.
Now look. Now Brian, because I got 4 weaknesses from Brian game.
All right.
I'm explaining this because
run them.
A lot of his fans don't understand that and like they try to overlook that. For one, we know he a pull free throw shooter, which is kind of, to me, bad because he holds the ball so much. And like if you hold a ball that long, and that's why I'll be like, man, yeah, he a good passer, but if I hold a ball for 20 seconds of the shot clock and I pass it to a man and he shoot it and he hit it, oh, that was a good pass. But if he missed, oh, he wrong for missing because he should have made it. So to have the ball that long and shoot bad from the free throw, like that don't go together. That's why I say a lot of times, man, Brian need to just play his position, go in the box, and work. But I don't know. I guess it's the footwork or the post. Or
I think that bitch was a point guard in high school. I don't know. No, he wasn't a point guard.
I don't know. They had a point guard.
Yeah, Ball was the point guard. He wasn't the point guard.
Defense. I think that's a flaw in this game too because LeBron do take some defensive possessions off to save his energy on offense. There's a lot of moments where now you could pull his up.
No, the thing I don't like that bitch is stay down there complaining. I hate that motherfucking part.
Not just that, because it be moments where they on the defensive end and where he supposed to rotate to a certain area. he don't rotate in.
So, and then he look crazy when they make the shot.
Yep. And he looking like, what the fuck going on? I'll be like, bitch, that's your man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree
And
with you on that.
for one, if he played defense like that, that's not a versatile defender. Like, because
That boy tired. That boy that boy trying to gain something.
why? Because he on the offensive end. Now look, that's the second thing I got on him. Third thing, he not a good shooter. Now, a lot of people like to say, oh, his percentage shooting wise is better than Jordan. But when you look at it, Tyson Chandler and DeAndre Jordan got the highest shooting rating in the NBA. Like,
Them boy barely shoot though. You gotta go off how many times they actually shoot.
Yeah.
Jordan was gonna be, like I told you earlier, Jordan was gonna be bad because he's sniper.
But see, stuff like that, you gotta break it down.
Yeah, I understand that.
Because they don't understand
Yeah.
LeBron James, when he shoots the ball from beyond 3 feet, he shoot 37.5%. In the playoffs, he shoot 35.9%. And in crunch moments, like game-winning shots, so I think 0 to 5 seconds, he shoot 31.7%. So when you look at that, that's bad. Then that's bad considering Jordan last year in the league when he played for the Wizards, he shot 40 or 42 from.
But let me ask you a question though, not to cut you off, but let me ask you a question. And a lot of people like to not count the Wizard status with that. It was so easy for her, and like I said, dog, I'm Jordan to the wheels fall off. I argue.
Yeah, it was 42. It was 42.
No, but I argue you the same way with LeBron like I do with Jordan. I won't do it with Kobe as much. I get to that later. But if you such a dominant player and such an icon like you're supposed to be, which he was, how the fuck the Wizards ain't go to the finals if the East was weak? And you Jordan. I don't give a damn. You took time off before. You supposed to come back in there. At least supposed to make it to the Eastern Conference.
Hey,
it don't matter, dog. That's what I'm saying. So that's an excuse. If it's supposed to be Jordan, because I was mad he can't. I knew it was over. The niggas was wearing the jersey. I was mad at niggas wearing Wizards Jordan jersey. I was mad at that. Cause I was like, dog, it ain't gonna be the same. It's not.
Them blue Jordans on the
Man, I know it wasn't gonna be the same. But at the same time, y'all gotta at least make it to at least the second, third round in the play. It's like Jordan.
Who won the finals that year? Who was in the championship?
I'm not gonna lie. I can't sit here and lie to you.
That was what 2000.
What that was? No, that was the Lakers. Once 2000 started, that was the Lakers Spurs there. So from 2000 to 2004, 2005, it was the Lakers Spurs, and Detroit probably snuck in there. I know Detroit snuck in there one or two times. I want to say.
Well, Pacers
with Ben,
Indiana Pacers.
Yeah. So I mean, from 2000 2005, that was Lake Show, easy.
I'm talking about in the East.
Oh,
that was the East. That was the Pacers. The Pacers.
Yeah.
The Nets.
Because the Lakers won 2000, 2003, right? That's their first three-peat, right? From 2002 or 2001, 2004 or something like that.
Yeah, we played the Pacers first, then we played the Nets, and then we beat.
Because the Spurs snuck in after y'all, before y'all. Because your boy Robinson had retired when they won that. So that was 99, 2000 was the Spurs. Then 2000, 2001 was the Lakers, then the Lakers, then the Lakers.
Yeah, they played
the Spurs back to back. I think the Spurs back to back, then Detroit. Or something like that. Because Shaq had to shoot it out after that. That's when them boys would get Gary Payton on them boys. They try to, you see, them people don't talk about that either. The Lakers tried to do the same shit that LeBron doing now, it's just unsuccessful.
How old Karl Malone was?
It don't matter, dog. It don't matter. It don't matter. Y'all picked him up. Was he on payroll?
40.
Was he on payroll? Was he on? And did he play? Did he play and was he on payroll? That's all the question I got for you. If you pay that man, he got to perform, cut. That's like me getting mad at Dwight Howard. That bitch showed up for him. McGee ain't show up.
But Dwight Howard still got athleticism and all. He not 40.
Everybody there was passing that ball around like he was a porn star. But nobody wanted Dwight. We took a chance on Dwight.
Because he wasn't the same Dwight, but the Lakers.
Oh, man, he was the same Dwight to us?
Nah, he was a good role player.
That ball was all on that ball. That ball couldn't even shoot like he was when Dwight was on his in his head, ball. And you a
mean,
Laker fan. You see them. You see what Dwight did. Dwight
yeah,
did that
but
down
he
in
wasn't.
character.
That wasn't the Orlando Dwight.
Man, that count, man.
No,
Look,
what I'm
look,
saying is,
I'm gonna let you bully him, and I'm gonna give you some alley oops. That's what a good passer do.
but
LeBron
what I'm
shooting the
saying
fucking alley oops
is,
from half court.
they thought every team that got Dwight Howard after he left Orlando thought they was gonna get the same Dwight, not knowing y'all need to plug him in a certain role. And you can't lie. Him playing with LeBron told him, you got to do this. And if you don't, guess what? I
That's the
know
same thing.
LeBron told him that.
But at the same time, all right, we're gonna
But if he
pause
go
that
to
one.
Houston and play with James Harden,
But
James
look,
Harden ain't going to tell him that.
but listen though. So all right, you say that. What do you think Jordan told the same thing to Rodman? Because Rodman was shooting threes, and Rodman was a beast. But when he come to the Bulls, was he shooting
Dennis
threes?
Rodman?
Was
Not
he
Dennis
shooting?
Rodman. Dennis.
What? Oh, you didn't
A
see
three-point
Dennis Rodman
shooter?
with the Pistons, ball? Oh, you crazy, boy. Rodman was so cold on the Pistons that the starter said, look, coach, I don't even want to play no more. That's a special kid. Put him in over me.
Hey,
That's how cold. People sleep on Rodman. Rodman just not no rebounder. That bitch is shooting threes, nigga.
but pull up his numbers whenever he played with Jordan and tell me if he
It
didn't
was a
just
role player. So my question to you is, did you think Jordan tell Rodman the same thing? Because it ain't come
No,
from
I'm
jail.
not saying nothing wrong with Bron telling that to Dwight Howard.
No,
That's
I
the
know.
right.
I'm just saying. Don't get it twisted. It happens all
That's
the
the right.
time in the league,
That's the right thing to do because,
right?
like I said, he go play with James Harden. James Harden, he could probably not tell him
Didn't
that,
he
or he
try that
probably
already?
but it ain't
He
work.
tried that for me. Yeah, they booted his ass out. Then that nigga, what's your boy that they traded to the Hawks?
Capella.
Yeah, that's what their replacement was, and they were stupid for letting him go. I was like, how the fuck you let that man leave?
But
Like that
look,
was a dumb trade.
all right, because only thing that I don't like is that when you tell a Bron fan, man, Bron not number one, but he top 3, top 5.
That's still
Oh no,
good.
oh no, and it's like, bro, I'm not saying that the dude not great. They all great, but at the end of the day,
I think at the end of his career, he gonna be the number one.
I mean, you could say that,
At the end, I'm just saying my opinion.
yeah. But how I look at it, because people act like that don't matter. The way you got your rings does kind of matter. Like if Jordan, look, I look at it like this. Like I said, they like to say Jordan lost so many times in the first round. Jordan could have lead the Bulls and go play somewhere else or get somebody like, or go to a team where they had this Dominique Wilkins and go play with the Hawks.
It wasn't
And
like that back in the day, though. That's what people don't understand.
so you gotta play that into factor though, because Jordan is 6-0 when he made it to the finals, and he ain't do it that way LeBron did it. Now
You can say that. You can say that for Jordan, but then you can also look at Scottie Pippen's situation and be like, "Damn, Scottie's stupid because he didn't leave. They fucked that man."
yeah,
So you can't that's over my head with that because Jordan was getting paid. You know what I'm saying?
but
So
hey,
at
like
the
I
same
tell
time,
people
you
too,
gotta look. People did get fucked over because of that mentality. I'm gonna stay with this team.
but look, because they like to say Jordan played with this, Jordan didn't win until this. Scottie Pippen numbers compared to Kyrie, AD, Kevin Love, who else? D Wade, Chris Bosh, ain't even close when they played in like with LeBron in the playoffs and in the finals. Scottie
Okay.
Pippen never averaged over 20, I think, in a series in the finals. And none. LeBron had Kyrie Irving that averaged over 25. AD averaged 28. Kevin Love averaged close to 20. Chris Bosh averaged close to 20. D Wade averaged over 25. Even Mo Williams averaged
Garbage. High
close to
garbage.
20.
Don't ever
See,
say that boy name on this. Don't repeat that name no more. That high
but if
garbage,
you
boy.
could talk about Paxton or Steve Kerr, why you can't name Mo Williams?
Because
He got the numbers over them ball.
I got a personal thing with him. It's my opinion. But don't say that boy name no more, boy.
Because
That boy's some high garbage, boy.
But when y'all mention Steve Kerr hitting the shot, he ain't have no impact like Mo had. Because if Steve Kerr,
No. Impact wise, Mo had a better. Yeah, you're right. Mo had a better impact. He hit that shot, though.
So you can't really say that Jordan played with better players because.
Let me ask you a question. So let's stop right there. Jordan didn't play with better players, right? When Jordan left that team, did they not make the playoffs and almost win a championship? No, just yes or no. Is it yes or no question?
Yes, can I
All right, so wait, let me ask you another question. When LeBron, you take LeBron off the same team he was on, did the ball went from the top 3 seed to a lottery pick? They got Kyrie because that boy left. If he would have stayed there, they never got Kyrie.
Answer it. You don't think that got a certain way to do with the impact that Jordan had on that Bull roster before he left?
What you mean impact? I just took y'all to the fucking champ. When he left,
they still had that mentality from having Jordan, the person who they look up to. Because you can't say in practice, like how Kobe was, he ain't get on the team ass. You don't think that Jordan had an impact to where when he left, they still could have handled their business?
No, because like I mentioned at the beginning,
they still was good, but they still never won.
No, because like I mentioned at the beginning,
that mean that Jordan that don't necessarily mean that Jordan had a better. That don't mean he had. Maybe he had a better impact because when LeBron left,
with no impact.
How? Because
I'm about to tell you. Because at the beginning, like I said at the beginning, Jordan started off doing what he wanted to do. When Phil got there, bitch, you're going to do what I'm going to do, and we're going to do this system. It's the system that saved that team. It wasn't Jordan. So when Jordan left, the team knew the system. They didn't know Jordan. They just needed to replace that one person. What they did was they went get Kukoc. Kukoc was an elite scorer overseas. Jordan and them ain't like Kukoc, but they still, the GM bought Kukoc over. That was the replacement for Jordan as far as the scoring because he was a fire scorer. So for Jordan to leave that team and them to replace him with us, now I'm not going to put him on the same level as Jordan, but he's going to give you some points. That's what kept him in. You can't replace LeBron on the roster. That man was doing everything. Who you going to go get that's going to pass the ball, rebound, play defense, play point guard? Ain't nobody. Who you going to get?
But you
can't go find nobody like that in the draft.
But you can say Jordan did the same thing for his team.
But who team made it to the playoffs after they left and who didn't? Them boy got Kyrie Irving. Them boy got Mr. Kardashian. Them boy got the boy they traded to for Kevin Love. All them top players came because LeBron left and they went from number 1 to 3 seed to lottery pick team this next season, dog. Within 2 seasons, they got a top 3 pick because they can't make it to the playoffs. You do that with Jordan, them boys still a contender. They just can't get past the Knicks or the Pacers. The same team they was blowing, they was getting on their ass, Scottie Pippen dunking on niggas. They can't do that no more because they ain't got the person to score no more. But they still made it to the playoffs, though, is what I'm trying to make you understand. The impact of the player, what you trying to say, I'm trying to give it to you right now on a silver platter, but you still fighting the argument with Jordan. That's not, you can't compare the two. We can omit that part.
But they both, you can't necessarily say that because if you think about it, the impact of the player is both the same thing because they're both great.
System,
listen, like system. But you just named it, the system. So at the end of the day,
that's Phil Jackson.
But listen, you can't say Jordan didn't have the same impact that LeBron had on the Bulls that LeBron had on every team he played for. Because the same way LeBron is that man on any team he step on, Jordan, if he leave like he did, left the Bulls, came back, and guess what? This is still my motherfucking team. And
so what happened to the Wizards?
When I left, y'all didn't win.
What happened to the Wizards? What happened to the Wizards?
But when I left the Bulls, y'all didn't win. Yeah, y'all went to the playoffs.
What happened when he went to the Wizards? Answer my question.
When I got there, when he got back, what they did again?
He the man, right? And that's my dog. He the man. But what happened when he went to the Wizards?
He was 40.
It don't mean don't stop. What happened so 40 years or so? If LeBron played when he's 40 and LeBron win a ring when he's 40, that knock out Jordan as being a GOAT? Because this is possible.
With longevity.
No,
How many times LeBron? Hey, how many times has LeBron
I'm making sense or I'm tripping? No, ask me, am I tripping? Because if I'm tripping, I know you're gonna keep it 100 with me. You're gonna tell me if I'm tripping.
This is what I say.
My neck out of place just now.
They invested into the Bulls.
Right.
They didn't invest into Cleveland.
No.
When Jordan got there, they knew they needed somebody for Jordan that had a system or that was going to bring a system. They didn't do that when Cleveland got there.
The boy got Shaq, man. The boy bought my dog Shaq.
So, and when Michael Jordan won, how many players was different at them six rings? Or how different was the roster at them 6 rings he won compared to the years that LeBron was in Cleveland before he left? How his roster was. They even bring
every year the Bulls added a different piece.
But how 2 years?
No,
two players.
At least 2 players for sure.
2 players each year or total. That's a fact I don't know. So
I don't know that fact. I don't know. I would have to go look at the rosters each year and actually, I don't know.
Okay, even if they had 2 players each year, that's a rotation of 12 players in a total of 6 rings, 6 years. Okay, I take that. LeBron couldn't get 1 elite player the time he was in Cleveland.
The 7 years.
Huh?
Y'all can say that he didn't have elite players and still lost though, because he had elite players. And
Not the first
lost.
7 years.
I'm talking about the
I'm talking about all.
No.
Okay,
We just break.
I got that. I'm with you on that.
Because my thing is, who necessarily really played with better players? Jordan never played with no D Wade or no Kyrie Irving or no AD or nothing like that. Jordan, name the centers, name the big man for the Bulls. Name the
big man. Listen.
Who, Luke Longley? You talking about Luke? No, man. You asked me the name. I know these niggas. You talking about Luke?
And that big
boy, Luke put a body on you, boy. Don't do Luke, boy. But Luke put a body on you. But Luke not gonna give you 30 points. But Luke gonna put that body on you, and he coming down with that rebound.
Now, I got what you're saying, but one thing that one thing Jordan had that LeBron didn't have. This ain't Luke Longley.
No, but Luke, boy, muscle, boy. Give me that rebound, oh.
Man, no, out of shape, boy.
Oh, out of shape like a motherfucker. But Luke gonna come down with that ball.
Yeah. But Jordan had Phil. Phil, and you can't take that away. I can't knock that. That's what made, have Jordan elevated his game the way he elevated.
But hey, why we can't say that Phil looked up and had Jordan, Kobe, Pippen, and Shaq though?
I can say that too. I'll reverse it. I'll say that.
But did the formula work though? It can't be luck if the formula worked. That man got 3 3-peats with 2 different rosters, 2 different teams.
Phil, God just blessed Phil with something. Run this field with this player. These are only players that's going to dominate. Yeah. These are only players that's going to dominate the way you need to dominate, Phil. It's Jordan and this other player. You see what happened when he tried to do with Melo? I ain't going down like that.
But Melo was hard-headed, though.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but still.
Yeah. But Melo was like Jordan and Kobe.
They were hard-headed too. But Melo didn't adapt to Phil. Melo didn't adapt to Phil.
Let me ask you with Phil. Was Phil right with Porzingis? They were booing that man. Man, why you got him? Boy, Porzingis a motherfucking dog.
Yeah.
And they was mad at that man for drafting him. Phil had a vision for the Knicks. If they would have just let Phil do his thing and Melo would have jumped on board, Melo probably would have had a ring.
I agree. Melo would have had.
But he was hard-headed. Like, no, I'm not running that. And that's what fucked him. Now he with the Blazers, and he can't leave because he got to be loyal to them because they're the only team that gave him a chance.
But the Knicks system is
because LeBron should have been get the Lakers to sign him. I was ready to come. Yeah. No. If that's your dog, you ain't going to let that go down like that. The NBA try to blackball that man.
I wanted that, but at the same time, if there's a better way for me to win, now Melo can come.
Guess
now.
What? Hey,
but
if the Lakers would have had Melo, it'd have been.
But we going off of if. You told me earlier we can't if.
But no, I'm looking at it from because you can't deny.
I wanted him on a roster, but then when I thought about it, I was like, well,
you can't.
It'll make more sense to get more role players than one.
Some moments we needed a player like Melo on our team.
You're right, and Melo probably would have hit that shot.
Because Kuzma was the player that could try to do that, but Kuzma is like
that boy gotta go, man.
In his mind, I think he think that I'm that same player my rookie year.
Yeah. I agree.
He not because he passing up on open shots.
Right. I take Melo in place of Danny Green and Everett Bradley. We spent money on them too. One of them didn't even come to the bubble.
I think they're gonna keep Bradley on.
You know why? Because they're gonna play defense.
I think they're gonna keep Bradley, but I think they're gonna get rid of McGee. No, I'm just let me. This is my vision. That's what I.
I'm asking.
Oh,
He's gonna play defense.
who?
Defense, Danny Green gonna play.
No, not no. You talking about Avery?
I say Melo don't play defense when you see you switch.
He trying now. He trying, but it's too late for that, Melo.
Yeah.
But the players I say we're getting rid of. Well, come sit down, boy. Get these 20 pieces with some barbecue sauce, boy. 20 pieces with that sauce. But McGee they're gonna trade McGee. Get Kuzma the fuck out of there, cause that bitch he be wide open. And he not mentally strong to say let me pull it. They telling me to pull it, but he pump fake, try to dribble and steal the ball from or lose the ball. Kuz gotta go while we still got some equity into him. Who else we got on that bench? Waiters, get the fuck off. J.R. Smith can go.
Hey,
who else we got on that?
You want me to be honest?
Talk to me.
I know y'all some Brown fans.
No, talk to me. That bitch about to say you want LeBron to get traded.
How you know me, man? Look, I'ma just say this.
You can't trade that man. That man helped. Y'all weren't even in the playoffs in 2010.
That's what I don't like. That's what I see. Now you're talking from your heart. Y'all in
2010.
Listen,
when's the last time y'all made it? If it wasn't for Cole,
we didn't make the playoffs last year.
I keep doing that shit. That shit hurt.
When we got AD, we made the playoffs, won the finals. So
say wait, running back? What you said at the beginning, running back?
We didn't make the playoffs when AD was there.
But that's because my boy got you gonna run it. I
don't want to
before he got hurt. Listen, hear me out. Hear me out. Before he got hurt, what number in the West we was? All right. So if he would have stayed here, think about what you just said from 4. So now listen, he get hurt. Them bitches drop completely out the playoff. That's the same argument.
We didn't drop completely, Chris. We still.
So who y'all played in the first round? Who we played in the first round?
When LeBron came back, you forgot he came back.
Who we played in the first round, man?
You forgetting that when LeBron came back from that injured groin, he came back. We still was like 7 or 8. We kept losing when he came back too. That's why.
You ever had a groin injury? I'm asking questions. You don't want me to ask my question. Have you ever had a groin injury? And you know how long it takes to come back from a groin injury.
Yeah, but he was back in due time.
But what?
He was.
Man, go ahead, man. You tripping, man.
Kobe
that man came back. That man came back to try to help y'all. Bitch, I left y'all with 4. I come back with 8. Like really? Y'all can't hold on a 4 seed.
And guess what? This goes back to why I say you gotta. That's how I look at it. All right, he come back. They 7 and 8. Who's the number 1 seed? The Golden State and the Houston was fighting for number 1 and 2, huh?
I can't remember, but I think the ball was getting hurt too though.
I truly feel like LeBron tanked that year because he knew it was gonna add more to a downfall to his legacy because he was going to either lose if he would have make it to the finals, or he would have lose in the playoffs.
That man don't care about that.
He didn't make it, and he waited to get a big piece, which is AD, and that got us over the hump.
Listen, since when have you ever known that man to care about losing first, second, third round? When he coming from the East, he never was. In the last couple of years, I want to say, they wasn't even a number 1 seed. They was knocking off number 1 seeds. That man don't give a fuck about. That man don't give a fuck about losing in the fucking playoffs.
Before he left Cleveland, when he was in Cleveland, y'all forgetting because y'all like to say they didn't give him
no. You gotta defer. I'm not
the
y'all.
number 1 seed them years he was going to the finals.
With what?
I mean, he was the number 1 seed them years he was losing in the playoffs to the Celtics and stuff.
Oh yeah, definitely. But I never threw it under the rug.
That's why I shy away from calling him the greatest, even if he gets 6, because look the way you got it. You was the same way Jordan was losing when he first came in, was the same way LeBron was losing. The only
you just said that you're gonna discredit him from losing in the first round, second round, when you got somebody that was losing 6 or 7 years straight in the first round before they made it to the fucking finals.
I say if he gets 6 rings, because a lot of people like to say, "Oh man, if you get to 6," but we said, name the stats. We said
you know why? You know why that argument is under the rug now? Because they ain't had him getting 4 rings. See, now that they're looking at it like, but listen, hold on, listen. Now that he getting closer and closer, now they want to throw out the argument. Oh, the rings don't matter. When he had 3 rings, Now listen to me. When he had 3 rings, they was like, oh, he ain't got these rings, he ain't got these rings. So when now he getting closer, or he losing in the finals this many times. So now he
But that
knocking on the
wasn't.
door.
I
Look
wasn't.
what he doing right now. Look, you
I
hear this?
wasn't like that though.
No, listen. I want you to hear this. Listen. You hear that? You hear it? You hear that knocking noise? Now he knocking on Kobe. He gonna catch 5. Is he greater than Kobe? I'm not even gonna compare the two because I respect that man so much. I'm gonna let that man rest. But bitch, when that bitch gets 6 rings, nobody better not tell me shit.
But listen though,
The argument for years was now we not gonna count no stats. We want to count the rings. That bitch got 6 rings, bitch. Now what's happening?
What we just went over.
I understand what you're saying. I'm telling you how I'm gonna feel.
The stats, it's not about how you feel. The stats is what?
Is it about the stats or the rings?
No,
it gotta be one.
Listen, didn't I say it's like 5 major things for like to really say who's the GOAT?
I want 2. Give me your top 2.
When you fill out an application at a job, if you misfill some shit and I fill out everything and I meet all the criteria, they gonna hire me before they hire you, huh?
Nope. It all depends on how that interview going, how you rub off on the people. It had happened to me before. And it depends on how your resume is and if that match what you talking. Them people that say refill is out, start tomorrow. No, real shit. They'll say refill is out.
You see how y'all
it ain't got nothing to do with filling that out. It's about how you rub off. They got some people get hired on the job that didn't even fill out no application.
All right, since you want to do that, all right. I'm gonna put it to you like this.
Bitch, don't come hard, bitch. I'm here.
But that's the excuse to run away from what I asked you. But
what I asked, did I not answer?
Because listen, when you put up LeBron, I'm gonna put Kobe in it, and Jordan resume, they all got the numbers. But I'm gonna just say the LeBron and Jordan. We said their numbers were similar, it's even. So we threw that out. Now, we said the longevity, LeBron got it. So the stats, you could kind of give it to LeBron, but when you look at the per season and all that, it's still close because they did the same thing during their era, dominated. So when you put the stats, they even, and when you put the accomplishments, which Jordan got a little bit more because he, like I say, he won more because that go into winning too. And when you put winning in a factor, Jordan really is the better player because his resume fit is like everything. Just like when you try to say LeBron better because his numbers, Jordan got the same thing. But the only difference is, at the end of the day, you can't change 6-0. Just like you can't change losing 6 finals.
All right.
And we went off of the 6 losses. We went off of the 6 losses. At the end of the day, yeah, LeBron had this and that. He played this team. But Jordan did the same thing. But the only difference is Jordan lost to the teams in the regular season. He had to get over that hump. And not the regular season, in the playoffs. But when he got to the finals, he demolished his opponents and won the ring for the gold. But when LeBron did it, he would lose. So it's like he was like not even the David.
You want to say? Don't hold back, bitch. Say it.
He wasn't.
I
ain't gonna say the David because I mean they like to say Goliath was the underdog, but LeBron always on the losing end in the finals when he get to the top. When Jordan was on the winning end. So, and yeah, Jordan got it, but he lost in the the first round and shit like that. And while LeBron was winning, because what's the number they try to throw in to say while LeBron the GOAT? He got 17 plus first round wins, and I'm like, he got that.
I don't even count that shit. I don't count that.
But that's LeBron fans really do, and it's like
gotta tag them. But you see that's the thing I don't like you doing though. What you're doing right now is you're tarnishing the fans with this LeBron fan shit. You say them bandwagon ass niggas.
But listen,
you gotta tag these niggas because I need to talk to them because they fucking up the game right now for me.
At the end of the day, like I said, he can't fix having 6 final losses. So even if he gets 6 rings, he still has 6 losses on his resume.
To me, it don't matter how many times you take an L, it's how many times you shake back. So if he get more rings than his losses, he get over that number, I'm fine with that. Because that's showing, look, I'm gonna do my thing to get over whatever number that is right now, I'm gonna rock it. But the number that people threw for years, even when he was losing in the finals, was, oh, he ain't got 6 rings. The nigga knocking on 6 rings right now because the Lakers gonna repeat. Not are they gonna 3-peat? I can't say that because
But
they
I ain't
talking about
never, I ain't
Giannis
never
going to
said
Miami.
about how
I
many he
can't
got.
fuck with that.
The minute he lost his first one, I said is no comparison to him because he
So
done
that's
had
why. So let me
listen,
ask you a question. That's why they don't compare Kobe to him,
what to Jordan.
right?
Me personally, being a Kobe fan, that's the only reason why I still put Jordan ahead of Kobe. And this, I'm a Kobe fan, is because Kobe tried it, but Kobe got closer because he's 5-2. But Jordan is still 6-0. It's like they all
Kobe could
got
have
the
had eight.
numbers.
Kobe could have had 6 or 7 rings if they would have just worked that shit out. Him and Shaq on both sides. If both they fault, but a lot of people again another thing that swept under the rug. They say, "Oh, Kobe never left." Kobe was about to go to Chicago. That boy didn't pick a house out and everything. Look,
No,
I'm leaving. If y'all don't trade that ball, it's me or him. That's some whole shit. And like I said, I respect that man. The reason why I left was because whole shit like that. You can't sweep that under the rug and say this happened, this happened, this happened. He didn't do this, he didn't do that. He never left this and that. That ball about to shoot the fuck out.
hey,
So
you
pretty
don't
much
think
the same way LeBron recruit players, Kobe got a player traded that could have helped him get another ring because it was me or him. Or y'all gonna lose
and
me.
guess what? And guess what? This is from a Kobe fan. You know what I had to hear whenever Shaq left, went to Miami, and D Wade got him a ring because when they was down 0-2, D Wade came up in those 4 games when they
It don't matter who came up. Shaq was on
but
that
listen,
floor.
I know he was on the floor, but all I had to hear was, "Oh, Kobe ain't never do this and that." Blah blah blah.
Oh no,
Kobe,
I never said that.
nah. This is from Bron fans. Kobe, you know this and that. Blah
You
blah.
gotta tag these
Nah,
boys. You gotta stop saying that
nah,
Bron fan shit.
nah. Kobe get 2 more rings,
How long
and
it took him to get them 2 rings?
I know. And guess
That
what?
bitch ain't get them 2 rings till about 6, 7
When,
years later.
when he got to the finals, what he
Yeah, he
was
got it. Now he got it.
2-1 because he went
He
3
got it.
times, lost 1. Now
That's that Boston
the
series you
first one,
talking about.
the first one, we got Pau Gasol. Yeah, he was this and that, Pau Gasol, but Pau Gasol is Pau Gasol. You know, we had Lamar, but if you really look at that roster, we only had one
Crazy. Boy, Lamar was an
superstar.
animal.
Yeah,
Give Lamar the ball, let him and one you
we
right
only
quick.
had one. We only had one superstar, which was Kobe. The rest was not no
But
superstars.
you naming players to where if you put them same players with LeBron, they gonna win a ring with him. That's not no scrubs you're naming. Lamar Odom, you see this boy dribble the basketball?
Now look,
This nigga is
Kobe got
6'9" or what, 6'8"? That bitch dribble like he
then
Iverson.
then we lost to the Celtics.
Crazy.
We lost to the Celtics that first time in 2008.
Mm-hmm.
The same Celtics that kept busting LeBron ass in the playoffs in the East.
But that team was built for him.
No, because they
Oh, boy, you crazy. That team was built for him, boy. Who do you think they Kevin Durant left the West to go over there? They thought, man, if that team was beat for LeBron, dog. So listen, that same formula they used to beat me, I'm gonna go to Miami to beat them.
You know who the team was that was winning in the East before they built that team?
Who?
The Pistons. You
But no.
forget that.
But you got to look at the roster.
But so you can't necessarily say they was built for LeBron. They just was
That
beating
built for
LeBron.
that, man. That built for the
I
Cavaliers,
feel
dog.
like that just was
Because
a
their
power
reign
move
was over. They wasn't still winning
for
shit.
the Pistons.
Yeah, their reign was over. The moment
They still was the top dog. They still was the top dog in the East. They
that's
had
like
Chauncey
saying the
Billups,
Raptors was the
Rip,
top dog.
Tayshaun Prince, Rasheed, and they had Ben. So the
Man, them
Celtics had
ball when
the
Boston
Celtics
formed that
had
team and
something.
LeBron was catching this shit,
But
that I don't even remember them ball playing that year.
Cleveland wasn't making it to the Eastern Conference Finals and all
No,
that.
they
They kept
wasn't.
moving to the
They
Pistons
wasn't.
before.
You right. But
So you can't necessarily
I don't
say
even
they was
remember the
built
ball
for
playing
LeBron.
in
I'm gonna put it
08,
like this.
07, 06. No, 06, the ball was not. The ball was not 06. But 07, I don't remember who won in 07. That's them won the championship in 07? Who were the champion in 2007?
Oh, the Spurs. They beat the
That's
Pistons.
what I'm saying. But they beat the Pistons, right? That was then for them. That was a wrap. Once they lost that series right there, I don't remember nothing from them ball.
It was Boston.
I think Ben cut his half to that stuff. I don't know what the fuck happened to the ball.
It was Boston. And look, LeBron would lose to them. And guess who played? played Boston? Kobe. He lost the first time. Then the next year, they played the Magic in the finals.
All right, let me ask you: Did Kobe and them get anybody after that loss? They added anybody, if you remember? Did the Lakers add some people to the roster to hit them back the next year? Because I don't remember.
They switched Ron Artest and Trevor Ariza. That's who we.
Now look who you got. Artest. Now let me say you don't think that Kobe, but you don't think Kobe pulled that plug with that because Kobe ain't fuck with Artest like that.
No, but Kobe wanted Artest to come because his
recruit. What? So we gonna call that a recruit, right? We gonna call it a recruit?
How's LeBron going?
No, answer the question. I ain't talking about LeBron. No. Answer my question. Was that not a recruit?
But that's
him going to Artest.
That's not a leader my team and forming a team to recruit.
You cannot answer the question. Answer a yes or no question. Was that not a recruit that Kobe asked for Artest to come?
Who team it was?
Answer the question.
Did Ron Artest leave his team and go to Kobe team, or did Kobe go leave his team and go to Ron Artest team?
Well, I've been set you up for this one. Was that not a fucking recruit?
The front office made that choice.
No, because Kobe is the man of that team. If he make the impact on that team,
guess what?
So Kobe wasn't the man of that team.
Just like.
No, answer the question. Why you not answering my question no more?
No, just like they went to Shaq.
D, when we put this out, put all this on that, Derek.
Yeah.
Cause D on there, put it all on that.
Like
D.
They went to Shaq.
Answer my question. I just want one question. Answer my question. Answer my question.
We got this young team we gonna draft. You think Shaq said no, don't draft Kobe? They wouldn't have still draft Kobe.
I didn't even know who Kobe was. Don't make it seem like everybody was waiting on Kobe.
So
I didn't know.
Kobe came out of high school. How you didn't know who Kobe was?
I didn't know. I'm telling you, bitch. I was on MJ. The who?
So people didn't know who Kevin Garnett was when he came out of high school?
The Kobe? Well, I'm watching MJ right now, but I'm not worried about no fucking Kobe Bryant coming out of high school.
But people didn't know who Kevin Garnett was when he came out of high school?
Kevin who?
Come on, man. Stop that.
Everybody
knew who they
was. They got people come out of high school all the time, bro. Prove yourself first, and I'm gonna look at you.
Artest,
that's what my daddy do. He ain't coming to no games, he ain't scoring.
Like y'all Brown fans do. Ron Artest.
No, why you keep saying? I keep asking you. Why you keep tag them ball? You talking about?
You putting the same scenario.
I asked a simple question.
But you putting recruiting as LeBron leaving a former team.
I ain't saying nothing about LeBron. That's the problem with Kobe fans. Now you want to get on that. Kobe fans. Every time you catch them in something, they want to reference the other player. No, I never did that not one time.
You're asking that based off of LeBron action.
No, I'm just asking you a question. I'm not even gonna put LeBron. You say his name. If we put a click at the bottom and see how many times you say LeBron name and I said him, you're gonna win that argument. I'm not even talking about that no more. I asked you a simple question. Was that not a recruit that Kobe asked for Artest? Yes or no?
We don't know if he asked for him.
You just said he did. You the one that told me he the one that did it. So now you don't know. You running around that question because you know that's gonna kind of be like, oh, okay.
No, but so leaving Cleveland and going to Miami with D Wade and getting Chris Bosh to go is the same as getting Ron Artest?
Who is even talking about that? I'm not asking you that.
Answer that.
I told you he left because listen, that what you saying right there this is what I said about that. He left to go to Miami. He used the same formula that Boston did to beat him, and they celebrated like they won the championship. That's why they lost against the Mavericks, because they put all their fight into trying to beat Boston. That's the same thing that happened to the Clippers. They put all their fight into wanting to beat the Lakers. They forgot they gotta make it that'll beat us. That happens to a lot of teams. But so the same thing that happened to the Clippers happened to Miami that year because their main focus was beating the Boston. I wasn't on the prize. They was just trying to get there.
You went on subject. Kobe.
Did he not? All right, I went on subject. Did he not recruit Artest?
They lost to Boston.
Did he recruit Artest or not? Answer that.
I don't know. There might be front office. It might have
What did you say? You said just a minute ago, and Derek, I want you to run that back. We got it on. We record.
But listen.
You said Kobe asked the front office to swap them ball out. That's a recruit.
So you trying to jump off the subject.
I'm not. You ain't even answer my. You jumped off the rail, and I'm still on me.
Kobe lost. Lost to Boston, right?
Man, I'm not talking about Boston. I'm talking about Artest swapping out with who he said he swapping out with Trevor Ariza.
When I said we lost to Boston, you said, did Ryder who we switched? Who we switched? We
And
traded
who they
Trevor
switched?
Ariza for Ron.
And who you said did that? You said he went to the front office and said, who went to the
All
front
right,
office?
fuck it. Kobe did it. Now
God damn.
Now
That's
listen.
all I wanted to hear. Now we
Now
can
listen.
go to the next subject. We got that on film. Now what else?
Now, that's not a valid point or something though, because
How?
LeBron.
Because you was just on Brian talking about how he was, and I'm only saying this because you making me
Yeah,
say this by
bro,
bringing it up.
Recruited,
So
LeBron
recruiting is
recruited
bad on
players
one
to get
end,
to another
but on the
team.
other end, recruiting not bad. So
So-
only one player can recruit to help him. Because my ball was nice
I'm
too.
gonna wait till you're done.
Go ahead, because I'm telling you what I know.
Now, this is what I know, and you know it too.
We're gonna find out.
LeBron was in Cleveland. He left and went to Miami where D Wade was at, and you cannot say D Wade was already a champion, because y'all like to say
What was their record when he went?
Let me go. Y'all like to say, oh, Brian brought a championship, brought another ring to D Wade. D Wade said it himself. He had to pass the torch because he knew if me and him butt heads, it's not gonna work. Yeah, that's my dog, but at the end of the day, one of us got to do it. But he just chose to do it first. Because the same way LeBron, if you would have take a back seat, D Wade could have run that same situation and get him a ring. So now with that being said, that's why I say with LeBron getting how he got his rings, y'all act like that don't matter. Brian went to Miami where D Wade was already a champion, right? Right or wrong?
That's right.
He was already a champion.
That's cool.
Now,
That's all.
listen, D Wade they made the playoffs the year before Brian went there. D Wade was second in MVP behind Kobe. And he averaged, I think he led the leading points that year. Didn't he lead the leading points that year before LeBron went there?
I can't say yes or no.
Yeah.
I think that was the year after the Olympics. I think after the Olympics or before when he went bald.
So with that being said, all right, yeah, Kobe recruited Ron Artest. But Ron Artest to D Wade going to Miami.
I'm listening to you.
But like LeBron going to D Wade to where a player was second in MVP voting behind a legend, Kobe, and a player who led the lead in scoring. He went to that versus Kobe getting Trevor Ariza traded for Ron Artest, which is the same thing. It's just Ron Artest had a stronger mentality because he was older and played longer.
I got you.
So
I got a question for you.
Kobe ain't. Wait, let me answer that.
Do you think Kobe had influence in trying to get Chris Paul to come before that was blocked?
Yeah, the same way Steve Nash went there.
Yeah. So recruiting not bad then, if you really think of it.
Recruiting
I'm not saying you like that, but a lot of people like to say, oh, he joined this team, he went recruit this player. Everybody do it. It's just that it's not wide open. Look at this right here. Let me give you this number. In 2008, right? The Miami Heat with the legendary D Wade behind the MVP.
I ain't saying
no.
Kobe was the legendary player.
I said behind the legendary, meaning Kobe. Them boys were 15 in the East. Rated 15 in the East. That's before LeBron. That's the year before LeBron got there. That's 2008.
Nah, they made the playoffs that year. They didn't make the playoffs.
Looking at it, I'm looking. 2008, them boys was 15 in the East, boy. Their record was 15-67. I'm looking at. I'm not making this up. Them boys 15-67 in the East in 2008. Now let's pull up 2009. No, we want facts. No, because this nigga was MVP behind Kobe. All right. The year LeBron was there, the very next year, them boys 43-39, number 5 in the East.
No, see,
LeBron did 10. He went 10. All right, so they 5.
That was right what I said with D Wade.
No, the fit that was after the Olympics, I think, because the Olympics was 2008. And I said the year he came back because he had the knee injury.
LeBron went there.
He had the knee injury. He had the knee injury. All right, so he went from 15 and something. So they know LeBron. You can't tell me they didn't know that man was coming in 2010 already. That Pat Riley, ball.
I'm saying before he got there,
now
they
listen,
made the playoffs.
2010, they still fit seed. He went 10 or 11.
He went
LeBron.
11.
All right, so they stayed the same. They did not go up or down. They stayed exact. Listen, but they didn't
But
do
no,
shit.
we gotta wait. Stop. Pause. We
Okay,
gotta
pause.
go
I'm
back.
done. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna pause. I'm gonna
We
pause.
gotta cut that because he did try to make it seem like I didn't make a valid point with D Wade when making the
Oh no, I
playoffs.
give you props.
Nah, because you
I'm not
showed
that
in the,
person not to give
you
you
showed
props.
you showed you showed. I think whenever Shaq left and
No, no, no,
D Wade
no.
was hurt.
Now
Yeah,
listen.
D Wade
Let
was
me
hurt
let me
that
let
year
me
when he
hold
went
on before I lose my. I'm gonna
left.
lose my train of thought. I'm gonna lose it. We can go
I
back, but I'm
gotta
gonna
go
lose it.
because I be stating
Listen,
facts.
man, I'm gonna lose it. We're gonna go back. You hold it, and we're gonna go back. So in 2009 and 2010, they did not go up. They did not go down. That's not an accomplishment. You play the game to win what? To win a championship. If you on my team, no, listen. If you on my team, like your boy on the Clippers, he talking about this wasn't no championship year for us and that. Boy, you got to go because I'm not here to play for fun. Playoff P or whatever the ball call his name.
So that mean 4-6 is bad on the resume then.
Oh no, it's not. I'm telling you, it's not good. I'm not sitting here telling you that's
So
awesome.
even 6-6 is not good then too,
If
huh?
that's balancing your checkbook. If I'm negative in my account if I'm negative in my account $11 and I put $11 in that, ain't that
Oh
give me a
man.
positive fucking
Hey,
No,
hey,
doesn't give me.
yo,
If I
Brian,
put 11
hey,
on 11, that give me positive, right?
them Brian
Don't do
fan,
me,
hey,
bitch. So listen, now let's hit this
you
stat.
gotta come back for everything there, boy.
But is it not valid? No, I want that. It's valid, right? It's a good fucking. It's a metaphor that's
Guess
that's a
what?
check.
Why you got yours even? I
Wait,
got
wait,
that
wait,
whole
wait, 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 wait. Hold on. So the first year after the Olympics, do you say that's when he had the good year, which he did? They was fifth seed. The very next year, still fifth seed. They ain't going nowhere. That's not no accomplishment for a champion, right? Let me get help or him. Let me come help you. If somebody wanted help, and he could have easily told Pat Riley, "No, I don't want LeBron here because I don't need him." Right? He took that in. Boston was whooping his ass. Boston was whipping Cleveland ass. Boston was whipping the net. Everybody needs getting their ass whipped by KG and them balls. Right? The very next year, when LeBron joined the roster, them boys jumped from fifth seed to number 2 seed. They 58 and
But
24.
hey, did
The number
LeBron?
1 seed,
Did
wait a minute, the
LeBron
number 1
was
seed was the
LeBron the only
Bulls.
player that joined the roster, or was it? Did it
Wait,
have
wait,
D
wait,
Wade and
wait,
Chris
wait.
Bosh
Let
join?
me just hear me out, dog.
Because you brought up
The
Ron.
number one seed was my boy D Rose, because that nigga was balling. If that ball had stayed healthy, he would have him a ring by now. Because once LeBron left that little window, that's the window when everybody eat, when they figure shit out. I figured that out about him. When he go to a team that first year, somebody new gonna win a ring. That happened every time he moved a team that, oh, all right, the ball won a ring. The Raptors. You think the Raptors would have won a ring if LeBron still was in Cleveland? Them boy that beat their ass all year. Them boy number 1 seed got whooped. Them boy wasn't winning no ring. With Kawhi, low wide, lil wide, I don't give a fuck, double
Hey,
wide.
you can't.
Ain't nobody winning no ring.
You cannot discredit Kawhi for their ring, because at the
No,
end
I'm
of the
not. No,
day,
I never said that. But I'm saying if
but
LeBron was still with his team and they still had the team
it would have
together,
been a battle. It would have been a
they would have
battle.
still lost.
Cause hey, I looked at it like this too.
Man, them boys still would have lost. Them boys
I
still was good
noticed.
without Kawhi.
I noticed something because the Lakers my team, but I noticed something when Clippers lost. Ball, people was happy. You know why?
I wouldn't.
They knew LeBron was gonna get to the finals. But if Clippers would have win, it would have been like,
It would
damn,
have been
maybe,
7 games.
and
It was 7 games.
maybe that would have kind of messed up LeBron legacy a
No,
little
that ball would have spanked the
would have
ball, man.
lost. Because I could say it like this: Kawhi Leonard is that man that do beat LeBron. You can't say he not. Cause another thing too, you could say Durant got hurt, but Kawhi still did what he had to do, and he still beat the Warriors.
We beat the Warriors. Them boy had the best record in the league in history.
That same Warriors team that he beat without Durant was that same Warriors team that LeBron lost to when he ain't. And you could say Toronto, all this and that, but Kawhi did the same impact like LeBron. He went to a team that he ain't had no chemistry with, and look what happened.
Who?
With Toronto.
Them ball, but Them ball was already a good team.
You
see, that's the thing I don't like about what y'all try to do. The ball went to a team that was already a top 3 seed. Toronto wasn't no scrubs. They just was running into a brick wall. Them ball was always top 3. Them ball got swept. They was number 1 seed, I think. They got swept. Them ball was the number 1 seed in the East. You get swept. Well, LeBron and them wasn't even top 3. You getting swept by a motherfucking underdog team, but you know what the difference is? They had that fucking tank on the other side. Motherfuckers can't battle tank. Everybody not battle tanking. You feel me? Same thing with Durant. You can see Durant this and that, this and that.
I ain't gonna lie.
Nigga went meet the same. That's the same formula that they did with fucking Kawhi. He went to a winning team already. When he went there, I already knew them bitches was going to the finals. I thought my dog was gonna do a little better. I thought my dog was gonna do a little better. But how you compete against that?
I know.
You got Klay Thompson, you can't double team him. You got Curry, you can't double team him. You can't double team Draymond. You can't double team Durant. You can't double team. Who's their fit player that they had on the fucking floor? That's 4 players right there. I'm missing one.
But listen, you know why?
Oh, that big white boy center. You can double team him, but if you double team him, why? You got 4 snipers in the fucking 3-point range. You don't know who's gonna shoot.
You know why y'all mad that Durant? Because
I'm not mad. I'm not mad.
But look.
I'm not mad.
Y'all doing that because y'all know the 2 rings Durant got, that could have been 2 rings LeBron got.
No, I never said that. I never mad at that.
All right, I'm not gonna say you. I'm gonna just throw that out there.
I'm not mad at that. Get you.
That. Because look, that them 2 rings Durant got, that's 2 rings LeBron could have got. But you know what happened?
At the same time, as a coulda, woulda, shoulda.
Yeah, and you know what happened? The same thing Bron did when he, because you could say it's not the same.
That's not the same thing.
Listen. You cannot say the Heat's roster is not like the Warriors roster when they
were matchup. It's a matchup, player to player.
They both had 3 superstars, right?
Man, you tripping, man. Them boy, I just named the whole starting lineup. Who you gonna Chalmers? So you telling me Chalmers and Klay? So you telling me Chalmers and Klay is the same player?
I'm just saying.
No, answer my question.
Klay not answering mine. Klay, Steph, and Durant not a superstar?
Is Chalmers a superstar?
No. Klay, I'm about to answer the superstar with Heat. Isn't Klay?
Because the center goes.
No, isn't they superstars?
Yes, superstars. Yes.
Isn't Bosh, D-Wade, and Brown superstars?
Bosh not no superstar. Bosh is not no super. He's a good player.
Bosh,
all right.
He is not no superstar.
Bosh was a superstar before he got traded.
He is not no superstar in that team.
You know why? You know why? What happened? He went play with LeBron, and LeBron forced him to be a 3-point shooting big man.
His role. You ain't had to sign down the line.
Guess what?
But you didn't have to sign. You didn't have to sign.
But look, I'm gonna just say this. Since you want to say that Durant, this and that, when they played each other, when Cleveland played the Warriors, both years, Klay Thompson and Kevin Love numbers was the same. Kyrie and Steph numbers was comparable.
But we compare Miami. But we compare Miami and
I'm talking about
what you saying. No,
I'm talking about
you compare the Cleveland team to the team that's not even on Miami.
I'm talking about the moments whenever Durant went to the Warriors.
No. Don't run from it. No, we can keep that subject like I told you. Whole other ones, I'm still remembering them. Let's get back on track. Tell me how that Miami team match up with that Golden State team. Because I got some matchups for you right now. Because you cannot tell me Chalmers and Klay Thompson not the same fucking player.
It's both
that they are. Huh?
They both got because you're not comparing Chalmers to Klay. You're comparing Klay to D-Wade. Or Klay, or Klay to Bosh.
So who's going to stick Curry? Who's sticking Curry?
It's not about...
No, all right. In a matchup, but you gotta think of it. Even if you switch.
This why I said the matchup with when Durant played LeBron in the finals the 2 years. When you plug up Kyrie and Steph, their numbers are comparable. When you plug
I'm
up,
not talking about them.
No, but listen, when you plug up Klay Thompson and Love, their numbers comparable. When you plug up Durant numbers and LeBron, their numbers is the same too.
But Klay Thompson not gonna be on Kevin Love. I don't give a fuck how many times you switch. There might be a 3-second switch and they're gonna switch right back. You comparing the people that's not gonna stick each other the duration of the game. Yeah, they might. get thrown on there with a pick and roll every once in a while to get a quick 2 or 3. But them boys not sticking each other like that. And it's not man to man, but at the same time, they have moments where it's man to man. And that man not going to be sticking no Klay Thompson, dog. Come on, man. You know basketball better than that.
But no, I'm talking about when you saying Durant doing what he did, and and LeBron.
It's not the same thing. You going to a team that whip you.
Yeah, I know that was
you going to a champion. You without him going to that team, they still going to the championship.
But look, that right there, that was whack. But at the same time, like I said,
no, that was the best decision for him. Because if he would have stayed OKC, he wouldn't get no ring.
I was happy he did it. You know why? Because that stopped LeBron from getting 2 more rings.
I ain't worried about the stop. I'm really showing that he exposed Russell.
Nah, I ain't lying.
He exposed Russell. Because now he can't do shit with a whole other team. He's supposed to be that triple-double machine.
Nah, listen. The same way we can't talk about Kobe, we ain't going to talk about Russ, man.
Why? That bitch still living.
Because if you look at it, y'all like to down, Russ. But when you look at his numbers, that boy, if you put numbers into it, like y'all do with LeBron, he considered one of the best players.
He cannot get over the hump. He got to get 1 ring. And you ran off the man that was going to help you. And get beat by the man that was helping you.
I don't think he beat, like he, ran him out of there.
That ball was 1 game away. 1 game away from coming meeting us. And guess what would have happened when they would have came across that line? Cleveland was going to spank them ball.
Who, the Thunders?
Thunder was going to get spanked. They got spunked by the team that we beat. What you talking about?
No, you know why? Because Durant, what Durant record is against LeBron in the finals?
Oh, he up right now. He up, definitely. No, but you see, he up. But he up. He went to a team that was already going to the finals. Everybody knew Golden State was coming out the West. Who was coming out the West then?
And everybody knew when LeBron went to the Heat and team up that team, they was going to the finals.
All right, so when he went to the West, y'all thought we was coming out the West? Because y'all was saying it was too hard for him.
Nah, I didn't.
A lot of people thought the West to be not the East. All of a sudden, the East tougher and the West. The West weak because they got that tank on that side. We no limit over here now.
I knew it was gonna be what it was, and I wanted us to beat the Clippers, especially when they got Kawhi, because that's like a rival, Clippers against Lakers.
The same, not an East. Oh, they tough. The West weak, but the West is stacked right now. But I'm worried about next year, honestly, because they gonna have Golden State coming back.
Look how crazy that is.
The Clippers gonna be stronger.
Look.
Nuggets gonna be stronger.
Even with AD on the Lakers, LeBron still try to get Kawhi to go over there. Nobody wants that.
Why not? But you see
Nobody wants to see that, man.
All right, but I say that. You say that. I say this. By him being selfish and trying to be the #1 option, he choked the fuck out. No,
you know what that was?
I want to rest. I want this. When you do all that, you rest all the fucking season and y'all can't come through. You got Paul George shooting the camera. They've been shooting at the lens on the camera.
You know what that was?
You better not say chemistry.
Play underneath Brian's shadow, man. You can't say that.
That's good. Anywhere he gonna be under the shadow.
Why I'm gonna do that? And I beat him before already.
What with a team? You was a role player when you beat me. You didn't beat me as a option on your team. No, listen. No. Yeah, but you was a role player.
I got MVP.
That offense was going through Parker.
I got MVP.
You making it seem like Kawhi was the face of the franchise at that point. No. If that was the case, Iggy, you can say the same thing for Iggy with the Warriors. And he wasn't the face of that franchise. It's a role. Them ball played a role, and they just happened to play better in the finals. That's all that was.
Then I can say this too. All right. Kawhi, he looked at it like the same way they did Kyrie, because he could throw this in there.
Never making it back to the final.
But listen, y'all mistaken. Do y'all even know why Kyrie left Boston? Or do you just feel like he just did that just because? Kyrie left Boston because he, for one, it's not like he wasn't a major factor in what happened in Cleveland. For two, as soon as Cleveland won, what they said? LeBron. They ain't even mention Kyrie. Now look, his numbers.
Something wrong with that though? Because you wasn't even making it to the playoffs without me over here. It's only right you give me what I thought. What the fuck?
So Kyrie putting up the numbers he put up in the finals and hitting that shot in Game 7. You cannot. That shot in Game 7 was probably the most clutch shot ever.
What about that block? That shot don't happen without that block don't happen without that shot.
Hey,
No, real shit. If those two things don't happen that night, they don't win.
I know. Hey, it don't happen.
So that shot was clutch and that block. You can't take that away.
Listen, do blocks put up points?
It take away points that could have stopped you from being a lead.
Now with that too, now I'm gonna say this.
If they scored on points, that 3 don't matter.
If you look at that last 3 minutes of that game, both teams was missing on both ends of the court. The only difference is Clay, Steph, and I think Draymond probably took the shots when the Warriors was missing. On that Cleveland team, you know who was missing all the shots in them last minutes? LeBron. And most of them was layups. And he was, I got fouled. And then that's when he had to shoot that block.
That's definitely a flaw.
On that last play, when Kyrie hit the 3 when they had 1 minute left, LeBron was about to take the ball up the court. But guess what? Kyrie said, give it here. You done took 4 shots already and you missed all 4.
That's teamwork, though. You fought that man for teamwork?
Oh, I'm not saying it's teamwork. I'm just saying that shot, the block happened. But if LeBron continue to shoot, they don't even win.
I'm going to tell you now. If Kobe Bryant was some of y'all managers in real life, y'all hate that boy. That boy wasn't giving y'all no overtime. He was shooting it. Bitch, I'm taking all the hours. And I'm over here across the street at Wendy's. LeBron dishing out fucking bonuses and shit. Y'all like, man, fuck them ball over there. We got Kobe, and y'all checks $20. Kobe $1,000 check. Everybody across the street got money. You know why? Because our manager passing out them hours.
But I said it though.
Hey, you want some hours? 10 hours for you on the weekend, and you go home to your family early.
The only thing that I knock about LeBron is that moment right there. And like I say, whenever, like what AD, what is going through right now with AD, he probably ain't know because he don't give a fuck. He not like Kyrie.
I feel you.
Like, he looking at it like, man, fuck it. Like, and then they was like best friends before he even went to the Lakers, LeBron and AD.
Look, I don't want to cut you off. We're going to do a part 2. We're going to do a part 2. So, D, I don't know if you're knocked out yet, playboy.
That nigga
but
sleep.
Turn it off when you wake up.
I'm at work.
Listen, we're going to do a part 2, and Courtney going to be on. Courtney should have his shit on, and we're going to go over the finals, and we're going to continue this one here. I'm going to smoke my cigar, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to go smoke a cigar, too.
I smoke my cigar, but my thing sitting on, I don't know where it's at right now, but you ready to go. This was good right here, Corey. I like that. We're going to bring you back on, baby.
But, hey, I'm going to leave on this.
Oh, there you go. Bitch, I'm gonna edit it out.
LeBron is one of the GOATs. I'm gonna say that because there's no clear cut.
We're gonna say they got a Mount Rushmore and all them ball on there, but it only can be 4 people, and 3 already chipped up there. So the 4th person missing.
Who's the 3 though?
It gotta be Kobe. Gotta be up there. I can't not put Kobe up there.
All right.
What kind of question that was? No, I'm saying the way. For him to even ask me that just show how biased you think I am about Kobe. Look behind me, dog.
I ain't lying. I thought you just put that up there just for tonight.
That's my jersey. I had that ball. Wear that. Don't do me, bitch. I wear that. I couldn't find no ink. Them boys snatching my ink off the shelf.
So, Brock, I'm promoting that now. For my little bar birthday, we doing a Kobe theme because you know his name is Kobe too. You know, so you know.
We ain't going. And if we go, we going in all LeBron gear. Everybody, no matter of fact, send me the fly, but we coming down. We coming down.
Hey, a Laker jersey or Cleveland?
With what?
With LeBron gear.
Oh, we all Cleveland. No, we might do Miami.
Yeah, y'all can't come. Y'all can't
send
come.
me an invite. D, let them know we coming. And I'm getting some flags. I'm getting some Miami flags. I'm putting it on the truck. And we pulling up, jamming that Boosie.
You gotta pull up jamming that Wayne, man. 2-4.
No, I'm pulling up jamming that B Will every disc. I'm gone. Hey, this Baker, I'm out. Part 2 coming soon. Fuck with us.
You're